Welcome to 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for a little NBA basketball. Monday hoops coming up. It's the Utah Jazz going up against the Chicago Bulls. And now it's game time to call the action.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We've got the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, John Stockton out there with Jeff Hornacek. And there's Malone. Then it's Keefe, and it's Foster in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Chicago, they've got Pippen. Dennis Rodman is out there with Longley. Then there's Harper, and it's Jordan in at the 2. Now here's Jordan. Passes it to Longley. Back to Jordan. Clock at 6. That's good. Jordan's got the opening field goal of the game for the Bulls.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Kicks to Foster. The pass to Malone. It's stolen by Rodman. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Jordan kicks to Pippen. That's good. Pippen's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
Stockton passes to Keefe. Slams it on the run.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing. And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Now here's Stockton. To the inside. Got it. Good job in the low post. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Look, Kevin, the head coach for the Jazz gave me just a couple of moments to catch up with them. We talked about how they plan to get their points against one of the elite defenses in the NBA. He said, well, it comes down to execution. If we're getting good looks, that's really all I care about. Sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't, but that doesn't change our approach. And of course, at the other end, we've got to match them stop for stop. Guys, we'll see who can walk away with the W. Back to you.
And Doris, as always, thank you. So, Steve, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
Yeah, I do. I mean, a huge part of your game plan has to be focused on their D. And I think he's right to put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because they are that good defensively. So you've got to worry about that and game plan for that. And then trust that your guys will execute what needs to be done. I think we could see them put up some big numbers if they keep shooting like this. I mean, 4 or 5 early, and they look focused and locked in.
Now here's Stockton. Back to Malone. Wide open look. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. In low to Longley. Good.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Jazz trailed by 5. And here's Stockton. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now, not a popular call, as you can hear in the background.
Not at all. Unanimous disapproval of that whistle.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Kukoc comes in for Luke Longley. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. Anderson against Kerr. Right at the free throw line. Rebound by the Bulls. It's Pippen with the drive. Lobs it up there. And it's Jordan with the jam.
I don't think it's possible to make a better pass than that, guys.
And he finished so well, Clark, too. Not too shabby on that jam.
Not bad at all.
And it takes perfect timing to pull off that alley-oop, but these two guys seem to have that synergy between each other.
Here is Stockton following the basket by Michael Jordan. Pippen against Anderson. Can't hit from the elbow.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Rodman up top. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And here's Kerr from the arc. No luck. And Utah the other way now. Kukoc dishes to Kerr. And here's Jordan outside. And that is good. Jordan's got 9.
They love to see him aggressive like that when he's on the floor, especially when the defense gives him room.
Chicago making some changes. Wennington, he's checked in for Rodman. Bushler comes in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. The Jazz also changing it up. Carr comes in for Karl Malone. And Isley subbed in for Jeff Hornacek. So it's Utah now. Trailing here by 8. Here's Isley. Sinks it on the run. Here comes Michael Jordan. 9 points in the game so far. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Wennington with the bucket.
And defensively, you want to keep the ball as far away from the hoop as possible.
Yeah, because he's too good inside, Steve. I mean, he'll make you pay every time in there.
Now here's Stockton. And that one's good.
Not much resistance for him after that pick, Kevin. I mean, he had all sorts of space to hit the shot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jordan against Stockton. Passes it to Wennington. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. To the middle. Here's Anderson. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Here's Jordan. And he beat the buzzer. But it's no good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Bulls up. 14. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Jazz, Malone is out there with Ostertag. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Jeff Hornacek. And it's Isley in at the point. Here's Isley. And Utah again with the bucket. So it's Chicago now. Outside Harper. Anderson against Pippen. Outside Kukoc. Malone with the steal. Pass break. Here come the Jazz. Anderson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The pass to Simpkins. Outside Kukoc. Launches a 3. Gets it to go. Kukoc has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he wasn't going to miss that. I mean, they were way too late to get to him out there.
He dishes it to Hornacek. He passes to Isley. Back to Hornacek. Pass to Malone. From the baseline. Buries the jump shot. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Longley's checked in for Simpkins. Rodman comes in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Jordan in for Ron Harper. Kerr can't hit.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
The drive by Jordan. Can't get it to go. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Stockton against Jordan. Tries again. Keith missing. Chicago leading. Left side Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Passes to Longley. Malone with the steal. To the paint.
Oh! Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite. Now here's Pippen. He's got 5. The quick look, no good that time. And they're pushing it up. Keep.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Boy, that's almost unfair. I mean, who else can you think of with the ability to explode to the rim like that?
Well, there aren't many of them out there, Clark. You're absolutely right. Steve, unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the reason the fans love watching this guy. He's one of the league's top athletes.
Here is Stockton following the basket by Michael Jordan. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wennington, he's checked in for longer. Kukoc comes in for Scottie Pippen. Bushler's checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. Carr comes in for Karl Malone. Anderson, he's checked in for Keith. And Isley subbed in for Jeff Hornacek. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Feeds it to Kukoc. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Bulls trail by 3. Outside Harper. There's the pass to Bushler. He feeds it to Rodman. Goes up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, he brings so many things to the table defensively. Always seems to have an answer for whatever is being thrown his way. And if you're the offensive player, you do not want him guarding you because he will get right into you and make things difficult.
And not only that, but he plays a huge part in their transition game. You know, getting the ball up court in a hurry is his first thought when he gets the rebound in his hands, and he does it very well.
Good work defensively by Rodman. Here's Kukoc. Kerr kicks to Pippen. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And this game is tied up now.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful. You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Boy, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Back to Rodman. Kerr. Bulls moving the ball around. Hornacek with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson. Dennis Rodman pulls it in. Rodman's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
So far, he hasn't made much of a contribution at the offensive end.
16 seconds left to play in the first half. Isley the pass to Malone. 13 feet away. They get it again. Here's Hornacek, and the shot is good. Hornacek's got his first points of the game. Outside Pippen. Good!
That's a nice way to end the half. The big 3 to take the lead as we go to the break.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Bulls lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And coming your way now, the Monday edition of our halftime show. Let's get it started. The Bulls are in a close one against the Utah Jazz. Just outstanding efficiency offensively. They're having a field day. It's just that simple. For Scottie Pippen, things are certainly going his way against the Jazz D. He has 12 points and not much to complain about with his shot selection either. A nice field goal percentage in the first half. But the Jazz getting after it as well. They haven't settled on tough shots. They're taking it strong inside. They're getting quality shots and a lot of quantity of those quality shots. Leading his team in scoring, John Stockton. After 2, he's got 6 points, and he's stacking up the assist too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. And that does it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for joining me. And now back out to Kevin in the game.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What can you say? Scottie Pippen, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, the points have really come in bunches for him so far, and not really a surprise because you know exactly what he can do.
Well, he's been in the groove all game long, Steve, and not too many hiccups in regards to his shooting, but we also have come to expect this from him, so we're not surprised by it.
Pippen is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then there's Harper. Then it's Longley. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Stockton against Harper. There's the feed to Jordan. Poke loose. It's off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Back to Rodman. Up top, Pippen. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Pippen's got 14. Utah trailing here. Malone right side. He kicks it to Hornacek. Keith. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 8 points for him. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Utah calls timeout. The Jazz making a switch here. Ostertag's checked in. Hornacek outside. Dishes to Malone. Stockton outside. He passes to Keith. There's the dish to Malone. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Rodman. Here's Ostertag. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And the Jazz making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Here's Longley. Outside Pippen. Pass to Longley. Kicks it to Jordan. Outside Pippen. Back to Jordan. A floater. Rebound, Utah. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Anderson gets it to go.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Here is Stockton. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Hornacek is screen on Rodman. Shot off the screen. Shot is no good.
Really good defense, but you got to set better screens than that offensively.
Deflects the pass. And stolen by Stockton. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. And that one's good.
Another turnover leading to a bucket.
Yeah, they've made the most of all these chances they've gotten from turnovers. I mean, it's really fueling their offense right now.
From deep, Jordan. They get it back. Here's Pippen. There's the bucket. Good. Pippen's got 16.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve, and it's a good way to play.
Stockton with it. He's picked up by Pippen. And the jam by Karl Malone.
Rough and rugged down there in the low post.
That's his trademark. Hard rebounds, hard finishes, Up high and down hard.
And he never stops working. That's what I really appreciate about him, guys.
Rodman with the bucket.
That's what a good solid screen will do for you. It gets you a good look at the hoop.
Here is Stockton. 8 points for him. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Kukoc comes in for Dennis Rodman. Bushler's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Foster's checked in for Ostertag. Carr comes in for Karl Malone. Keefe is checked in for Anderson. And Isley subbed in for Jeff Hornacek. Here's Jordan. John Stockton making his last shot. A nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's got 6 here in this quarter.
Points in the paint has been the main course, a main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for the Bulls. Now, here is Hornacek. He dishes it to Foster. Dumps it down.
You know what? I thought he might have it in him. I mean, he did everything right there.
Could be the start of something for him.
Could be, because he is really having some fun out there. Looks like he's playing with confidence.
Outside Jordan. Left side Jordan. Kerr kicks to Jordan. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Jordan's got 9 points here in the second half. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie.
Your Bulls.
As the fourth quarter gets rolling here, let's check out our Sprite Uncontainable game. Let's go to Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Kev, for the Bulls, it's been an uncontainable game from their 2-guard. What an incredible performance, a night he'll always remember. Can he build on the memory here as we continue?
All right, Doris, thanks. You know, Clark, he gave his team what they needed and just put them on his back and carried them.
That's why he's considered one of the very best, Kevin.
Well, what a great fallback to have as a team. When nothing else is working, he's always there to pick this club up.
And Utah, looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Jeff Hornacek. Malone is out there with Anderson. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Foster in at the 5 down low. The first one falls. Chicago making some changes. Longley comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. Then for the Jazz, Ostertag comes in for Foster. And it's Keefe in for Anderson.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and this game no different. He's making each trip to the line count.
Got a piece of it. And here's the break.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
And that last replay, courtesy of Sprite. Here's Jordan, and they cash in right away with a quick shot. Jordan's got 22.
And Kevin, he's always aggressive offensively, but it seems like late in the game, he just becomes an assassin. And when the game is in the balance, that's when he's at his best.
And with him, given how well he shoots the ball, sometimes it doesn't matter how tight the defense is on him. As long as his shot isn't blocked, chances are he's knocking it down.
Here's Jordan. John Stockton making his last shot. That is good. 24 points for Michael Jordan.
And his skills go well beyond just his scoring ability. They really can run their entire offense through him.
Hornacek dishes to Malone. Buries it down low. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Tell you what, it has been all offense all game long.
You know what? This is really fun to watch, guys. I mean, as a coach, though, this is when you want to just harness this energy and bottle it up and ride it all the way.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Jordan. The shot no good. The Jazz go the other way with it, pushing it up. Stockton passes to Foster. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
There's that transition offense. It's been big for them in this game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, that's what they've had working for them. Speed. They've upped the tempo whenever they've had the chance.
And I'll tell you what, they might want to pay a little more attention to him defensively than they did on that last trip.
The rebound by Jordan. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Pippen. The rebound by the Jazz. Malone's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Stockton, here we go. Open look. Malone can't hit. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Not his best quarter. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for him.
There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter. To tie it up. No good. Excellent D from Stockton.
Now remember, he did make a three-pointer in the first half, so we'll see if he can find the range here in the second.
Stockton left side. 6 to shoot. And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Stockton. Stockton's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The drive by Jordan, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Wow, huge shot. Listen to this crowd.
It sounds like a rock concert in here.
Well, they've been waiting to explode all game, and they finally got a reason to do so.
And the Jazz call time here. They're ahead by 3. 1:19 left in the 4th quarter. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Chicago. Ray Ostertag, he's checked in for the Jazz. Stockton with it. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. Stockton left side. Shoots over Longley. Stockton's shot is off.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Left block shot on the way. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, Jordan has been fantastic.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Here's Harper. Count!
Boy, what a huge shot there.
How about what a game? I mean, he answered the bell with that one.
Now Stockton. Back to Malone.
Oh, how about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow.
Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Man, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jordan. It falls!
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
Harper against Stockton. Hornacek outside. Pass to Malone. It falls! Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 1. 8 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. That is what you're saying.
Well, you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. And when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.
It's just a public service announcement sponsored by Just Blaze and the good folks at Rockefeller Records.
Fellow Americans, it is with the utmost pride and sincerity that I present this recording as a living testament and recollection of history in the making during our generation.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is